It's the Orioles on Masson, and the O's continue their homestand on this summer night here at Camden Yards. Interleague play of the Cincinnati Reds and the Orioles. This is game 2 of the 3-game set. For the Orioles, the wins keep coming and the lead keeps increasing. 9.5 games over the New York Yankees. The Orioles hope to extend that and bring that magic number down 1 or 2 chops in the ball game tonight. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Thorne, and welcome. For the Orioles, we have talked about one of the big turnarounds that's happened since the end of June, and that's the Orioles play at home. It is about the kind of things they're getting done in this series. This is the way it's been since the end of June. The record right now, 7-2 on this homestand with only 2 games left. They're hitting .283 with a runner in scoring position number of .286. The ERA, a very good 3.0, and the runs per game is 5.8. The best in the American League since August 25 with the 41 wins at home now. The Orioles are 3rd in the American League in wins. That part of the correction that needed to be made, winning at home, has been taken care of.
Yeah, it sure has. You mentioned the end of June is when they really turned things around. They were below 500 up until that point. Really couldn't get on the same page. One night they'd have good pitching. The offense wouldn't show up. Next night, the offense was there, but the pitching wasn't. So June 30th on to this point, everything has come together. They're getting quality pitching, both from the starters and the bullpen. The offense is hitting. They're hitting for power as well, knocking the ball out of the yard at a record pace once again, and their defense is always there. Every night they throw that leather. So when this team comes together, I think like all teams hope that everything works together and stays consistent for an extended period of time. Well, that's happened with the Orioles, and they have been solid in all aspects here at home.
And happy tonight to have J.J. Hardy back. Back spasms, he said, really are gone. They weren't bothering him last night. Precaution not to play. He's back in the lineup.
Yeah, I mean, they miss him. Well, 1 or 2 nights they miss J.J. Hardy. He is an impact player. Sure, he doesn't have a lot of the flash that some of the shortstops in the league have, but he is the field general. He makes every play that's hit to him. He coordinates that defense. There are so many shifts that happen throughout a game. See him shift to the left or right within counts, and there are so many new infielders here brought to the Orioles that they look to J.J. Hardy for that leadership. So he is missed. It's good to see him healthy. He says he's 100%, and he is a big factor in this team, not only in defense but in the lineup. He's been swinging the bat very well.
The other thing the Orioles had to answer in spring training, in fact, was who's going to play second base. Well, for a while it was a number of people, but it's really been answered now. It's Jonathan Schoop.
Yeah, really, Jonathan Schoop has stepped up. Initially they were thinking Ryan Flaherty and Jonathan Schoop would split time. Schoop's really taken over. Ryan Flaherty, so versatile, playing all the infield positions. He is the backup guy at shortstop, so they can't waste him in a ball game. Jonathan Schoop has stepped up, not only playing great defense, see his home run production, and he makes impact plays. He won the game on a beautiful double play last night.
Orioles try and make it 2 in a row for Cincinnati when we come back. And fans of all ages and dressed appropriately, we might add, ready for this middle game. Is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find Southwest Airlines fares online only at southwest.com. Clear evening here in Baltimore at Camden Yards. Take a look at our train game time temperature, 81 degrees to kick it off tonight. Visit trainsearch.com to find your local train comfort specialist dealer. It's hard to stop a train, really hard. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. Cincinnati will make some changes in the lineup tonight. Hamilton, Frazier, and Phillips. It'll be Mazurko doing the catching again with the Bruce, who had the grand slam. Ludwig makes a start. Shoemaker didn't start in the ball game. Negron will be back in, and Santiago played last night. Last night, 2 for 4, Bruce, including the grand slam that got them back into the ball game.
And let's take a look at Miguel Gonzalez's pitch arsenal this season. That fastball at 57% of the time. Well, his last start, he used the fastball a lot more. Great command, great velocity, able to locate it where he wanted. And breaking ball 29% of the time. The hard slider and the curveball, and that changeup. The nasty split finger, very effective pitch to lefties, uses it 14% of the time. 21 starts this season, 7-7 record, 3.61 earned run average, 127 innings. Miguel getting some work done. 89 strikeouts, 42 walks on the season. Opponents hitting 263 overall. He has given up the 22 home runs. Lefties 263, righties hit the same at 262. But Miguel has been pitching very well. 3 quality starts in a row. On his last outing, 7 strong innings, just 4 hits, and 1 earned run allowed.
So the Orioles get their right-hander, who's going after his 8th win of the season, into the ball game. 2 pronounced fly ball pitchers in this game tonight with Axelrod and Gonzalez. Miguel this season, 61% balls off opponents' bats have been in the air. Good first inning pitcher. Average this season in the first inning just 203 for opponents, and he's given up only 5 first inning runs this year. Ready to go here in game 2. The Orioles with a 9.5 game lead starting the day against the New York Yankees. A lot of day games played today. We'll update you. Take a look around at what's going on with the races for the postseason. First pitch in this one will be taken up high, and Hamilton leading it off. The switch hitter, 6-game hit streak, had a 2 for 4 in the ball game last night. Infield, in. Delivery on the way, taking all the way back down to the box before the ball was even released.
Yeah, take a look at what speed does to a defense. Kelly Johnson at third base, sucked way in on the grass. Even up the middle, J.J. Hardy and Jonathan Scope brought in. Great speed from Hamilton.
2-0 delivery on the way, showed bunt. He's taking until he gets a strike, and there it is. He's gone 9 for 23 during the 6-game hit streak. Big average for him. Couple of RBIs, 6 stolen bases over the streak, setting of course the new mark for Cincinnati in last night's game for a rookie in stolen bases. He lashes that one to short on the backhand, gunned over. Hardy recognizing the speed, and he gets it.
And a great play once again from J.J. Hardy. Let's take a look at the rest of the Orioles defense tonight behind Gonzalez. Cruz over left field. David Lowe getting the start in center field with Adam Jones DHing, Markakis over in right, Hardy and Scope up the middle. Kelly Johnson getting the start at third base, Davis over at first, and Caleb Joseph once again behind the plate. It is brought to you by Chevrolet.
Kelly Johnson, who is at third base for the Orioles, who've had 5 third basemen this season make a start, and Kelly Johnson gets his. Here is Todd Frazier. Frazier last night had the 1 for 5. He's got a 3-game hit streak going right now and is hitting 7 of the last 8 ball games that he has played in. Power in that number 2 spot. Gonzalez will get that one in there for a strike. 0-2 shift on in the infield against Frazier. Brian Price, their manager for the Reds. 0-2 delivery on the way. He'll lash that to short. Hardy, welcome back. 2 to him.
I test him right out of the gate, and real tough play on Hamilton made it look easy, and then a bullet. There's a quick step. Good anticipation there.
So 2 quick outs here in the first inning. Brandon Phillips coming up. Phillips, their second baseman, in a drought. 0 for 4 last night. 0 for his last 16. 255 one of the many on the DL in the course of the year, and they really missed him, along with Joey Votto in particular, who's now missed 75 games. That ball put in the air to center field. Lowe's going to be playing there. He's camped under it, hardly had to move. No breeze here tonight. And there's another solid inning. Gonzalez starts it out clean. 1, 2, 3. We'll take a look at the Orioles lineup coming up. Going after their 42nd home win of the season. Crowd of all ages on hand for this one. Take a look at the starting lineup for the Orioles. Marquez, Sloan Jones, Cruz, Davis, and Hardy. Johnson, Joseph, and Scope. This season for Nelson, 91 RBIs, career high.
Yeah, let's take a look at Dylan Axelrod's pitch arsenal this season. The fastball at 54%, not overpowering by any means. 88 to 91 with that offering a breaking ball. A slider and a curve 40% of the time. Slider best pitch there, and the changeup just 6%. Now he mixes up his pitches, tries to work the edges and induce that weak contact. It's just 2 starts, 1-0 record, 1.64 earned run average, 15 strikeouts, and just the 2 walks. Opponents hitting .220. The lefties down to .071. Just 1 hit in 14 at bats, and he's got 6 strikeouts against the lefties, so very effective. He really relies on over aggressive hitters, so has to induce that weak contact. The Orioles have to be aware of that.
Marquez will go to first base on it. Frazier will play it to the bag and record the out of 1 pitch.
Yeah, let's take a look at the Reds defense tonight. Schumacher making the start in left field. Hamilton and Bruce will join him. Santiago and Phillips up the middle. Negron and Frazier on the corners, and Mesoraco behind the plate.
In the number 2 spot, David Lowe with a .226 batting average. One of the reasons, one, to get him into the lineup. He's also 2 for 2 against Axelrod. And the pitch will be taken for a strike. Axelrod has a win against the Orioles when he was with the White Sox back in August of 2012. He had a victory in a ball game won by the White Sox by a score of 8-1. That ball's going to go to center, and it'll be handled. Hamilton coming in on the fly, 2 away here in the first inning. The Orioles lineup we showed you, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find their fares online only at southwest.com.
Well, Axelrod actually pitched most of the season last year with the White Sox, and then he was non-tendered. And they re-signed him to a minor league deal. So he's in the minor leagues this year and was traded over to Cincinnati because of so many of the injuries. And boom, right to the big leagues here recently. Really getting off to a fine start with the Reds.
Here's Adam Jones, who's the DH in the ball game tonight. Like Showalter has been asked, when do you start thinking about the postseason and kind of resting some of your players? He says, not now. Well, the fact is, he's doing it already. Nick Markakis DH last night. Adam Jones DHing in this ball game. This is a partial rest. Keeps them in the ball game, keeps the bats alive, but it does give them a chance to get out of the field and a little breather in that regard. This will be the 4th time that Adam has DH'd this season. He's gone 5 for 11, a home run and 2 RBIs as a DH this year, and he's had great DH numbers in his career. He's 10 for 30, 2 home runs, 6 runs, 10 games as a DH in his career. So this is his 11th in this role. 0-2 delivery, and the pitch taken outside. As Buck Showalter said, I didn't talk to him. I didn't ask him if he wanted to be the DH because I knew what the answer would be.
Oh, yeah.
So he's said he can look at the lineup and see he's DH, and that's it. Here's the 1-2 delivery on the way, and that'll be taken down low.
Well, these guys like Adam Jones, Nick Markakis, J.J. Hardy, they don't want to come out of the lineup. This is their routine. This is what they prepare for on a daily basis. If you start giving them chunks of time off, it breaks up their rhythm, their timing, and their routine, what they rely on so heavily through the course of the season. Sure, you want to spell them a little bit, and you see what Buck Showalter has done, putting Markakis and Jones in the DH spot.
Good breaking ball that was away, and he gets him. So the pitchers started out with 1, 2, 3 innings after 1 here in game 2 of the 3-game set. No score. Later in our ball game, brought to you ball game. He is not umpiring tonight. Sean Barber has taken his place in this crew. I went down and visited with the umpires when they arrived at the ballpark today, talking with Jerry Lane and Hunter Wendelstadt. This is the play last night that took DeMuro out of the ball game. A whiplash, concerned about concussion symptoms. Happy to say, good today. They're still obviously keeping him under observation, and we wish Mike well here, but hopefully everything will be all right. That will be fouled off. Now Hamilton, when he went out to the field here tonight, went over to Jerry Lane, the crew chief, and asked him how he was doing, how Mike DeMuro was doing. You'll see Jerry Lane as he responded to him about how he went down and kind of whiplashed the neck and let him know how he was. A nice job by Hamilton to ask about it.
Nice gesture right there.
And the pitch will be taken in the dirt. Nazarako up, 1 ball, 1 strike count in the cleanup spot. 1 for 3 in the ball game last night. 20 home runs and the 65 RBIs that he's put up this season. Cincinnati team woefully struggling since the All-Star break to find any offense. It just has not been there for them. They're hitting .219 since the break. That's a long time, and that's a low average. .231 with runners in scoring position. They're last in the majors since the All-Star break in almost every offensive category. So the Orioles hope that will continue to be the case for tonight and tomorrow. 2-1 delivery on the way. Gonzalez will come inside to him. 3-1.
No, you see the effects of obviously the disabled list, but their best offensive player, Votto, has been on the disabled list fighting that quad injury, and they miss him. They were playing some really good baseball up until that point, but then you start to run into stretches where the offense isn't quite there, and you really rely on that big bopper, the guy that can really carry you through some prolonged offensive droughts. He can really energize and spark an offense, and they've been missing that.
Zaraka with a 3-ball 2-strike count. Shift on against him in the infield, and he will take the pitch on the outside corner. Kind of knew it, had hoped otherwise, but not to be.
A real good fastball right there from Miguel Gonzalez. Take a look at the pitch track now. He was working him inside and away with the sliders, but dots up a fastball. And take a look at the Jeep inside the numbers. Miguel peaking at the right time before July 1st. 4-5 with a 4.56 earned run average. But since then, 3-2, 2.33 earned run average. Opponents hitting just 222. An opponent average with runners in scoring position just 154. 3 straight quality starts. And you remember that time before July 1st, Miguel Gonzalez had just come off the disabled list. And his 3 starts after coming off the DL, he lost his command. His mechanics were out of whack. His front side was flying open. So they really worked on ironing out the mechanical flaws. And he has been locked in ever since, really driving the ball, keeping the front side closed. A lot of work with pitching coach Dave Wallace. And he is indeed on his game.
Jay Bruce, who had the grand slam and the home run that brought them to within 1, and that was as close as they would get. 1-1 delivery on the way. That'll catch the outside corner, and it is there for a strike, and he will back off. Not too sure about the call. With Gonzalez on the mound in his starts, the Orioles have won 11 and lost 10. In Miguel Gonzalez's starts this season, he's 7-7. 1-2 delivery, lifted into the shift, played deep. Jonathan Scope, long throw, and that's what it'll do to you. We're going to take a look at some of the numbers later on who suffers with the shift. We've talked all season about somebody's got to come up with these numbers. Well, they have.
Yeah, they have. Well, this is why Jonathan Scope and the Orioles are so good at this shift. He has such a strong arm. He can probably play deeper than any second baseman in this shift. Now, last year the Orioles didn't have that luxury. They had to swing Manny Machado out there into that shift position because of his strong arm. With Scope, very similar arm strength. See Bobby Dickerson lining guys up. He's telling Jonathan Scope, get on the other side, and there he goes.
Defense in motion. 2 down. Ludwig did not play in the ball game last night. Has struggled at the plate, 1 for his last 19. His average dropping down to the 247 number. So Ludwig, one of many on this Cincinnati team where the bats have gone cold. Here's the 0-1 delivery by Gonzalez to him, and a swing and a miss. Good 92-mile-an-hour heater, well located. This is going to be the first outing against the Reds for the Orioles right-hander. Career mark now at 27-19 for Miguel, his 3rd year with the Orioles. 0-2 the count. Low in center, shading a bit towards right. They give him the gap in left center. Here's the 0-2 delivery to him, pitched away and fouled away.
Going with that good fastball again. He had it in his last start. And Caleb Joseph, when he finds a pitch that is working, he will go to it. He uses his pitchers very well. He understands what they have on a given night. Sure, he might show the slider or the breaking ball. Take a look at the Nissan pitch track. Great location, and the velocity has climbed on each pitch. 93 on that last fastball.
0-2 delivery on the way. Got him to chase. 2 strikeouts, 6 in a row, retired. So Gonzalez starting out effective and efficient. Those who serve: Commander Randolph Anthony Payne, Naval Reserve, Naval Aviator, operated in support of Desert Storm, flying out of Guam. He's awarded the Navy Achievement Medal and other campaign awards, and currently is a defense contractor. Commander Randolph Anthony Payne, United States Navy Reserve. Orioles bat here in the bottom half of the second inning. Cruz, Davis, and Hardy. Axelrod with a 1-2-3 first inning. 2 for 4 in the ball game last night. 4-game hit streak for Cruz, and he will take the pitch for a strike. Nelson doesn't mind playing against Cincinnati. 7 for 17, 5 RBIs, 5 career games against the Reds. Put up good numbers against them. Don't have many opportunities. These teams, of course, had only 2 previous series which they had ever met. Axelrod with a quick 0-2. And Cruz on a wild cut on a pitch away, and Axelrod gets his second strikeout.
Going to his money pitch, the slider. Axelrod's best pitch, back to back. The first one a little closer to the plate. This one, he starts off the plate, and it works itself a couple feet off.
Now the infield moves as Chris Davis comes up. He had the 1 for 3 in the ball game last night. Chris has got a 3-game hit streak going. Again, you see Phillips, second baseman, in the middle there, not playing as deep as we normally see defenses against them. Take a look at the most hits that have been lost to the defensive shift. This is what we're talking about. Ortiz is number 1. Chris Davis has had 16 hits that could have been taken away by the shift. This one is into the shift, but would have been anyway, with Frazier playing at first base and records the out. So you take a look, if those hits had gone through rather than being outs, his batting average would be at 232 instead of 194. Significant difference. And Ortiz, Howard, Moss, and Brian McCann, those who have lost the most hits to the defensive shift.
Well, it's pretty interesting. We've talked about the shift for the last few years and the impact it has had, and you see the dramatic numbers right there. I mean, really impacting, obviously, batting average, but when you think about the course of a ball game, that many hits taken away, the lineup can potentially turn over. Certainly more pitches thrown by the opposing pitcher has a big impact, and that's why the shift has become so prevalent.
Yep. Jim Presley, hitting coach, who keeps track of all that for the Orioles. 1-1 delivery on the way is going to be taken down low. The Orioles get J.J. Hardy back into the lineup. 400 average, interleague games, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs. 2-1 delivery on the way, and there's that good pitch down, foul tipped, said Mike Estabrook, the home plate umpire. Axelrod working in a hurry with a 2-ball, 2-strike count.
Well, he does have good pace to his game, and that's a part of his a part of his arsenal is the tempo. He tries to keep the speed going, doesn't take a lot of time. He'll go to the slider, get hitters to speed up in the box and kind of make some chases.
Oof, Hardy started walking away before the call was made. So 3 strikeouts, 2 in this inning, and all the hitters have been retired, both sides. On Masson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find Southwest Airlines fares online only at southwest.com. And by Luna. For beautiful new carpet, hardwood, and laminate, call 877-241-LUNA. Inner Harbor on this summer night. No rain the Baltimore area today, at least in the city. Orioles avoided what could have been a much longer delay or maybe even a rainout last night, as some severe storms were only miles away but did not get to the ballpark despite an hour and 46-minute rain delay in the first inning. There was a lot of rain after that around the area, and happy about that. Buck Showalter with a doubleheader with the Yankees already on the schedule. They did not need another doubleheader with Brian Price and the Cincinnati Reds, which would have to have been played on a travel day or today. It would have made it real tough, but the weather held out. They got the ball game in. The Orioles held on and won it 5-4, finishing after midnight ball game last night. Skip Shoemaker up, goes after the first pitch in the air to right field. Nick Markakis. One pitch, one out, third inning. Receive 50% off all tickets for tomorrow's final game of the homestand when they help the Orioles support the American Heart Association. Orioles are the mission engagement chair for the 15 Baltimore Heart Ball. Through this partnership with the American Heart Association and Sun Trust, Orioles once again supporting the cause. You can go to Orioles.com/AHA. Get 50% off tickets to tomorrow's game when you donate $10 for each ticket purchase. That's Orioles.com/AHA. The ground up, and he will take the pitch for a strike. Had an offer in the ball game last night. Making the start at third base. Batting in the 8th spot. Santiago waiting on deck. Even with the bag at third, Kelly Johnson. And the pitch on the inside corner for a strike. Mike Esterbrook, the home plate umpire, his history is going to give those close pitches more often to the pitcher than the hitter. So we'll see whether or not that history holds up here in the ball game tonight.
Pretty good location on both those fastballs. See the pitch track up and away, down and in. Wow.
That didn't take long. 3 strikeouts for each of the pitchers.
Very effective. Saw the first 2 fastballs in here. Like a split finger or maybe even a backup slider. It was a backup slider. Just took some pace off it at 83 miles an hour. Good location. We get a 3-pitch strikeout.
That'll bring Santiago to the plate. Ramon Santiago, the switch hitter, playing at shortstop. See the 1 for 3 he had in the ball game last night. He'll go after the first pitch and foul it off. Santiago much better from the other side of the plate. Left-handed, hitting .205, right-handed .385. And Santiago just not much from this side of the plate this season. 4 doubles. Has had his lone home run hit left-handed. Pitch will be up and into him, and a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
He's got some patience, though, from both sides. A real high on-base percentage and the good speed.
Santiago gives the Reds really 2 leadoff men, which happens a lot in baseball now. 1 in the 9 spot, 1 in the leadoff spot. Slipped on that one, and the pitch is away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Santiago's had one of their hot bats. 9 for 23, .391 average over the last 8 starts that he's made. Cincinnati lineup's been shuffled a lot because of injuries. 2-1 delivery on the way, and that pitch is away. And the count goes to 3-1.
Speed at the bottom and the top of a lineup, definitely a manager's dream. And really create a lot of havoc on the defense and pitchers. That lineup turnover, and there's Hamilton.
3-1, he's on. So there's the first base runner. A 2-out walk, and that will turn the order over. Show your support for the first place Orioles. Earn a chance to win a Masson prize pack just by tweeting with hashtag #IBackTheBirds. That's hashtag #IBackTheBirds for your chance to win. And when you're at the ballpark and the pitch is coming, put the phone down. You get your head ripped off on a foul ball. 2 away. Here is Billy Hamilton, the top of the order, grounded out his first time up. Again, Johnson in at third base, even with 2 away. So he thinks he can bunt for a base hit. He will.
Yeah, definitely a big part of his game, even though he's still trying to fine-tune that bunting aspect. Right now, just making contact with the ball and running. So as far as placing the baseball, isn't quite there yet.
Santiago back to the bag. Hamilton's hit .275 right, .267 left. Not much different. 5 home runs left-handed, 1 right-handed. He is a rookie and being highly touted as a Rookie of the Year candidate in the National League. He leads the rookies in most offensive categories. Pitch will be taken down low. Right now, Hamilton coming into this, as far as rookies are concerned, he is the leader in the National League in RBIs, multi-hit games, hits, bases, doubles, stolen bases, extra base hits. Jackie Robinson Award has been won by a number of Cincinnati Reds, including Frank Robinson when he was there. Rookie of the Year. Fouled off. Pete Rose, Tommy Helms, Johnny Bench, Pat Zachary, Chris Sabo, and Scott Williamson were all Rookie of the Years playing in Cincinnati. He may be looking at another one.
Yeah. No, I think he's going to be the Rookie of the Year in the National League. He really has made an impact on the Cincinnati Reds team, and he's still learning in all facets of the game, and he's done some special things.
1-2 count, runner not going anywhere, lashed the other way, foul. Santiago heading back to the bag, looking over, not a base stealer, 1 out of 2 on the season for him. Hamilton with that 6-game hit streak, that's the longest streak running right now for the Reds. Infield shortens up a step or more with that great speed.
Yeah, it's hard. All infielders, the good infielders, are great at judging the speed of the ball and the speed of the runner. But when you have this exceptional speed in the box, they recognize that. And in order to make the type of plays, the pursuit angles that they take, they have to shorten up on the infield to be able to gun him down.
And that's there. And that's that. Gonzalez has got 4 strikeouts. He's had 2 in the second, 2 in the third. Only base runner the walk to Santiago, who is left stranded here. The Orioles will have the bottom third of their order coming up when we come back to Camden Yards. $500 for being selected, $500 more for every Orioles home run hit. With over 175 home runs, the lottery has awarded over $150,000 to all of its contestants this season. Play the Orioles scratch off today for a chance to win up to $60,000. Find out more at mdlottery.com/Orioles. Gonzalez starting out with a walk and 4 strikeouts through 3 innings. Only base runner a walk. And the pitch will be taken for a strike. Here is Kelly Johnson. Johnson in, making the start at third base. 0-1 delivery to him. This is inside. He's had 3 hits, 8 at bats against Axelrod. 2 of the 3 hits, home runs. That'll get you in the lineup. 1-1 delivery on the way, outside for a ball.
Well, good timing, obviously, for Johnson, but Buck Showalter as well. Certainly every game he checks the numbers against opposing pitchers, and Kelly Johnson fit right in.
2-1 pitch to him. That one ripped foul. He's a career .310 hitter against Cincinnati, and that covers 44 games against the Reds. And he's hit safely in 11 of the last 13 against them with a .372 batting average. So all signs go, Kelly. And that one the other way foul. Now the infield shifts on him, playing him to pull. Outfield straight away. McGraw, the third baseman, kind of in that nowhere land, shortstop hole. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Johnson leading it off here, and he'll go right into the shift, and that's an out. Santiago, real fine play to get it.
Well, it really was. Johnson stung that ball right into the shift, though. We've seen this a number of times this year. They're getting on the fastball. They just whistled up there, but Santiago showing the great ups and good concentration. Unbelievable timing. Catch the hard hit line drive. See how high he got off the ground. Good play.
Really is amazing how many times we see players located exactly where they need to be when the shift is put on. Because on a ball like that, you're either there or you're not going to get it. Santiago perfectly positioned and then up to haul it in. Joseph at the plate. Caleb doing the catching again here tonight. The 0-1 delivery to him, and a swing and a miss. Cutting down and away again. Caleb had a 1 for 3 in the ball game last night. He's hitting .318 over his last 26 ball games. That's a big number. 0-2 delivery to him, and an expansive number of games.
Yeah, he has found his rhythm and timing at the plate. He was battling through it early on. We've talked about his defense kept him in the lineup, playing exceptionally behind the plate. It was only a matter of time for him to catch up to the major league pitching and understand what was going on.
Hamilton started back. He's got a break in, comes hard, plenty of time to get there, almost colliding with Phillips, who went right in front of him, but he made the catch. Final homestand regular season coming. History's waiting to be made. The Orioles hoping to get it done here at home. Tickets are going fast. Final 10 games of the year. Showdowns with the Yankees, Blue Jays, and Red Sox. Every game matters as they look to lock up the American League East title and play for home field advantage throughout the playoffs so they can get the best record in the league. Don't miss a moment of excitement. 888-848-BIRD for tickets. Final month. 25 games remaining, including this one. Orioles earliest they could clinch September 12. How many people are counting, trying to figure out that day so they can have tickets to that ball game? Good luck. The earliest is September 12. Highly unlikely. Would mean the Orioles have got to win every game through that date, and the Yankees have to lose every game. That's the earliest they could clinch. September 12 magic number is at 17 right now. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Jonathan Scope, 2 down, nobody on. Down to third and foul. Yankees playing the Red Sox tonight in that ball game. Orioles continuing to draw fans here with the dates remaining. They're on pace for 2.42 million. It'll be the largest home attendance since 2005. 1-2 delivery, that'll be outside, and many will be coming for that next homestand. The Orioles finish up tomorrow night on this current homestand and then head out on the road to try and get closer to capturing that lead. They've got Tampa Bay for 3 there, go to Fenway for 3, and then we'll return. 3 against the Yankees, 3 against Toronto, 3 against Boston, and that's it. That's the last homestand, as the Orioles are going to finish up on the road with the games in New York. 4 games in New York and 3 in Toronto to end it. The regular season, that is. 3-ball, 2-strike delivery on the way. Scope will put it high in the air. Same place he hit it last night. Way back in. Goodbye, home run. A matter of feet to the left from where he got the home run last night. And the Orioles get on the board with their first hit. A 1-0 lead.
My, oh my. Jonathan Scope is swinging it right now. Back-to-back nights. Reds bullpen able to get a souvenir from Jonathan Scope, his 14th home run in the season. A lot of love going on in there. See Jonathan Scope, first 78 games, 6 home runs, but last 37, boy, has he been heating up. 8 home runs. Seeing the ball well.
And the sunflower shower.
Don't hit him in the eye. Jeez.
Here's Nick Markakis.
Take a look at the swing now. Axelrod was going to the slider down and away. Tried to sneak a fastball by him. Missed his location. It worked itself back over the heart of the plate. Jonathan Scope getting a bat head to it.
Colleen Cinto, our Maryland lottery contestant, $500 for you on that home run. Nick Markakis grounded out his first time up. So the Orioles continue to pound him out, especially here at home.
102 miles an hour off the bat. Almost identical to last night.
It was a little bit to the left, I think, of where the ball landed last night. I mean, that's a shot out there in the Cincinnati bullpen. Nobody moves up there, of course. You go over that wall to the left of where the Orioles are sitting. 2-ball, 1-strike count. Markakis will pop it up. He got jammed. Bruce coming in right. And he's got it for the out. But the Orioles get the lead. One run on 1 hit. Jonathan Scope getting it. The Orioles have more home runs at home than anybody else in baseball. 92 in this yard. Mike DeCita, the Orioles right-hander, 10 seasons with the O's, 147 wins and 81 losses, 3.53 ERA, 15 out of 23 career shutouts came with the Orioles. He had back-to-back 19-win seasons, 95-96, went 2-0 with a 1.24 earned run average in 4 starts during the 97 postseason. Inducted into the Orioles Hall of Fame in 2012. Mike DeCita, part of Orioles history.
Pretty unbelievable pitcher, incredible numbers.
How about this? Jonathan Scope hits the ball out there, goes into the Reds bullpen. There are certain superstitions that carry forth in this game.
And there it is, his home run ball. Nobody in that bullpen wants to touch it. I'll tell you what, I guarantee you somebody might pick it up, because I'd get Jonathan Scope to autograph that. You never know what's going to happen here the next couple months.
That's great. Tommy Hunter, of course, made every attempt to catch it. He tries to catch every ball hit into the Orioles bullpen. Tommy went over, but he had no chance on that one. Tommy vying for a spot in left center field. 1-0 delivery, and that one's going to be fouled away. Todd Frazier at the plate. He lined out his first time up. Hit it right to Hardy. Shift on again against him. Was talking to Todd before the game. I met him at the Little League World Series. He was involved in the championship game there. Pitch on the way outside. He and Jonathan Scope in the same game here together. Both out of the Little League World Series World Championship teams.
Wow.
He was with Curacao. And he was saying, man, I'm glad I'm not in the Little League anymore. They throw too hard. Put him in the air to right field. Nick Markakis going back at the wall and timed it and made the catch.
Another great play by Nick Markakis. Actually gets turned around on this ball. Slicing off the bat takes away a home run. Probably. Let's take a look here. Deep drive, gets turned around, picks the ball back up, knows exactly where the wall is, and his glove is indeed over the wall. What a play by Markakis. Great concentration. Pick the ball back up after turning around. Man, oh man, does it so well in the right field.
Whether it's towards the door in foul territory or that covering that's out there over the grounds crew, he makes all the catches. Pitch is taken up high for a ball. Brandon Phillips at the plate, flying out to center field his first time up, now increasing that over to over his last 17 and dropping that average down. Mesoraco waiting on deck. Here's the 1-0 delivery on the way. Chopper to third. That will be foul.
A good curveball. Miguel Gonzalez, another night where it appears he's got all of his pitches working. You see the fastball up to 71%. His go-to pitch. He's been locating it in and out, up and down. Breaking ball, that last pitch, the curve, but the slider has been effective. Only 3% off speed. We've seen a couple split fingers in this game.
Jammed him, somehow able to foul it off at the plate, and the count at a ball and 2 strikes. Now Gonzalez looking for the chance to be, of course, in the postseason with the rest of these Orioles. Who knows in what role? Mike and I were kind of talking like, all right, playoffs start tomorrow. Who do you pitch in game 1? 1 ball, 2 strike count on Phillips. That ball he had to go up to get, and as a result popped it up to first base. Davis. He's got it.
Well, the beauty of it is Buck Showalter has a lot of options. All the starters are pitching very well.
It's not the obvious Clayton Kershaw, Felix Hernandez. It'll be kind of a matchup thing.
Oh, I think for sure that's how it's going to be.
And not necessarily for the first game, but who do you want pitching where? Who do you want pitching on the road? Who do you want pitching at home? Lefty, righty. The whole thing will have to be considered in deciding a postseason rotation. That'd be interesting. Mesoraco stands in, 2 down, nobody on. Called out on strikes his first time up left field. It'll be near the warning track. And hauled in by Cruz. So Gonzalez rocking along through 4. Only base runner has been a walk. Retires the signed in order again. In the beaches and the islands of Sarasota, Florida's Gulf Coast city. Go beyond the stadium to the top beaches in the USA. You can start planning right now at visitsarasota.org. Now, if you take that bridge right there and you go across, you end up at St. Armand's Circle at the top of the screen. You take a right, and Moat Marine is right on there, top right of your screen. If you go to Sarasota, go to Moat Marine. They're one of the leading research institutes on marine biology. And the kids love it because you get to see turtles and dolphins, and you get to pat them, feed them, and all that good stuff. If you come here, you go out and you see the monuments.
Yeah.
All those great statues. They're at Legends Park. No dolphins that we know of. Orioles have the 1-0 lead. Orioles 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. The Reds zip, 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 and 1 left on base. Here is David Lowe, and off-speed breaking ball over the top of it. Flied out to center field his first time up. Bottom half of the 4th inning. Orioles 10-8 against the National League. Final interleague series for them. In the air, right field. He got all of it. And goodbye, home run. David Lowe getting a start. Delivers the homer, and the Orioles have a 2-0 lead.
A great swing right there from David Lowe. He was out early today with Jim Presley taking batting practice. Actually driving some balls over that right field wall. A nice swing. 3rd home run in the season from David Lowe.
Winning teams have things go right for them. That's just part of baseball history. And this year for the Orioles, Buck Showalter, every button pushed seems to be the right one every night. You start David Lowe, he delivers a home run.
Let's take a look at David Lowe's swing here. A little slider, stays in the middle of the plate. Great bat path. Gets that foot down. Nice short compact, but stays long through it. Nice swing there.
So the Orioles have 2 hits and 2 runs. As Axelrod surrenders the long ball twice. Scope. And then Lowe. Adam Jones, a strikeout victim, his first time up. Pitch will be taken outside for a ball. David Lowe, 2 of the home runs here at Camden Yards, 2 of the 3 that he has hit this season. 1-2 delivery on the way, will be inside. So we said the Orioles, I mean, the home runs at home, they are number 1 now with 93 home runs. Nobody has more in the league home runs in their own home ballpark, accounting for a big measure of their runs. Jones taking a cut on a pitch, fouled off. The Orioles are 8th this season in runs here at Camden Yards at their home yard, and 4th in OPS. And the question was whether he fouled it off or not. Home plate umpire said he did. Brian Price is coming out. Catcher didn't think so.
Let's take a look. A little two-seam fastball running in. Yeah, Adam Jones got a piece of that.
Right into the mitt. Umpires are going to confer.
But did the glove come off? Does that count? Glove comes off. Take a look here. Jones trying to pull the hands tight to get the bat head to it. Gets a piece of it. There's a Rossburg. Ball goes in the glove.
Did he strike him out?
Didn't come out. Yeah.
Struck him out.
Yeah, it did.
Adam Jones arguing he hit the dirt. Nazarako saying no, it didn't. I had it in my glove. So they'll chat. The umpires will chat. People in New York are reviewing it just in case.
Yep. Look right here.
It was foul tipped.
Yeah, it was definitely foul tipped.
That's the right call. Now Buck's going to come up. Mike Estabrooks, the home plate umpire. Jerry Lane, second base umpire, is the crew chief. That's Jerry joining in the conversation.
So the question now was, the ball fell out of the glove?
Yeah. It didn't. It's a strikeout, and it's the 4 strikeout recorded in the ball game by Axelrod. He's always been a strikeout pitcher. Along the way in his games in the minors, Axelrod's always had a real good strikeout to walk ratio. Coming over from the White Sox, as Mike said, pitching mostly in the minor leagues this season. This is why this is only his 3rd start this season. And a swing and a miss, that off speed delivery again, and he's used that a number of times. Cruz, the strikeout victim, is first time up. The Reds acquired Axelrod on July 17 for cash. Same place, same result.
Well, he got Nelson Cruz in his first at bat with a couple sliders working off the plate. Of course, the 3rd strike well off the plate with the slider. See if he really tries to get it off the outside corner here.
There you see something that may have to happen more for the Oriole hitters. Cruz stepping out. We've mentioned how Axelrod works so quickly. Cruz slowed him down a little. 0-2 pitch will be taken outside for a ball. Colleen Cinto, our Maryland lottery contestants, loving this game. Another home run, another 500. 1-2 delivery on the way. Cruz will let that one go by.
4 sliders in a row. He's trying to test Cruz, see if he can get him to bite. See the pitch track, a couple good ones to start, right on the outside corner, then expanding a little bit. 3 in a row, well off the plate.
3 ball, 2 strike count. Will Nelson Cruz get any consideration for MVP in the American League this year? Based on his value to the Orioles, he certainly should. Some of the prognostications coming out from different media sources now and postseason awards. Down to third base and foul. SB Nation today, I was looking at, they are naming as the MVP. They think it'll be either Mike Trout or Robinson Cano in the American League. Very solid choices. 2 teams who may make the postseason. 3-2 delivery on the way. That one ripped. That's off the glove, and that's a fair ball. Shoemaker's got to go into the corner. That'll be a 2-bagger. And Cruz is on with a double with 1 away here in the 4th inning.
Well, Nelson Cruz saw 1 fastball in that at bat. He almost put Negron's glove into play. This ball was smoked. The fastball on the inside corner. He gets the bat head to it after about 6 sliders on the outside corner. Easy double for Cruz.
And with that 25th double, he becomes the 10th Oriole to record a season with 35 or more home runs and 25 or more doubles. The 10th Oriole to do that in a year. It is the kind of season he has had. Chris Davis in the air, left field, opposite field, way back, and goodbye, home run. And the dingers keep on coming for the Orioles. 3 in the ball game, 2 in the inning. And the Orioles on that 2 RBI homer extend it to 4-0.
This is what this Orioles offense is all about. They can explode at any moment in the ball game. Here in this inning, a couple home runs, a double. Chris Davis, 25th home run of the season. Good to see him going the other way with the long ball.
So a home run by Lowe and a home run by Davis, both coming in this inning, and the Orioles extend their lead. 1 down. Here is Hardy, and he will take it for his strike.
Take a look at Chris Davis's swing. First pitch fastball in the happy zone. Take a look at the Nissan pitch track. Down at the bottom of the zone, right into the swing path. And Chris Davis, power to all fields. So dangerous in this lineup. That batting average might not be there, but he is still a consistent power threat. And opposing pitchers have to be very careful.
And continuing to pick up the RBIs. That's 71 runs batted in for Chris Davis with a below the Mendoza line batting average. That's an unbelievable production. We've talked about that all year. And now Davis has continued to give them RBI production despite the average. That'll go to short. Santiago's got it. Makes the play over to first base, and Hardy is retired for the 2nd out of the inning. Boy, the Orioles showing the power again here in this ball game, a 3-homer ball game. Orioles now leading the majors, 182 home runs. Colorado is second, way behind with 156. That's so much of a difference there is. And that one will be fouled off. Big cut taken by Johnson.
Chris Davis talking to Einar Diaz, assistant batting coach, about that swing. A little fastball down and away. Ryan Flaherty trying to get some tips as well.
Axelrod had surrendered in the first 2 games pitched with the Reds, only 2 home runs. That was in the first game against Colorado in Colorado. He has surrendered 3 here in this ball game to the Orioles, and we are only in the 4th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike count with 2 away. And the pitch on the inside corner will be taken for a strike, and it goes to 1-2.
And Kelly Johnson brought over. He has some real good power potential as well. Pretty versatile. Of course, playing third base tonight, but has played second base in his career and some outfield.
Johnson, of course, establishing the mark as the first player ever to play for all of the Eastern Division teams. 3 of them this year. Here's the 2-2 delivery on the way, and a shattered bat. The bat's fair, the ball's foul. All the way out to Phillips, Brandon Phillips at second base.
Johnson had a fastball called for a strike on the inside corner. And he knew that he was going to come back in there and try to get it. Well, he got it in there, and it got a part of that bat as well. The Axelrod's struggling a little bit the last 2 innings.
Johnson lined out hard. Santiago first time up. He'll take the pitch inside. And a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Orioles with a 3-run 4th inning off Axelrod. Full count delivery on the way. A chopper that'll go towards first. Pitcher's got to cover. This will be close. Found the bag. Yes. Good coverage made by Axelrod. So Colleen Cinto picks up 500 on this home run. Lowe getting his first since June 7. And that one, another 500. Davis getting his 25th, and the Orioles have a 4-0 lead. As the postseason closes in, Matt Shoemaker is pitching with the Angels. He's 27. He's a rookie. Wasn't drafted out of Eastern Michigan. He's 14-4 with a 3.14 ERA. He's had 3 consecutive starts of 7 or more innings with no earned runs allowed. Last pitched on Sunday, and today he was named as the pitcher and rookie of the month for the month of August. The last Angel to have 3 consecutive starts, 7 or more without an earned run, Nolan Ryan.
Yeah, pretty impressive stuff there from Shoemaker. Actually, Tied a franchise record for wins by a rookie as well. Great story. Obviously, perseverance and believing in himself. But, you know, when he was in college in Eastern Michigan, he was in the bullpen, and then late in his college career became a starter. So maybe that's a reason why he didn't get drafted.
Hitting into the shift, Jay Bruce retired on one pitch. Jonathan Scope.
It's pretty efficient stuff here from Miguel Gonzalez. Now, the great command that he's shown here in the beginning of this ball game has led to some early swings, certainly helping him in that pitch efficiency. Only 46 pitches thrown to this point.
One away here in the 5th inning. Ludwig, a strikeout victim, his first time up. Shoemaker will follow him. You see the shift put on here. Orioles 4 runs, 4 hits in the ball game. Talk about efficiency. That is popped up. Joseph. Oh, look out. Wow. He slipped and went right underneath the railing. Question is, did he hurt his back? He didn't hit the railing somehow. Wow. Whatever that is, Buck Showalter will have it corrected maybe before this game is over. And you know something? If that was on that circle for the batter on bat, he has already talked about that this year. Saying next year I'm getting rid of that. It's going to be in the. It is. That's what did it right there.
Yeah, the rubber spikes.
And that's why.
The rubber spikes on that slick rubber on deck circle pad.
Buck said next year those are gone. I bet you 10-1 they're gone tomorrow. He wants to just have it implanted in the dirt. Something there if you're going to have a circle.
Man. Caleb Joseph pretty lucky right there. Buck Showalter pretty lucky.
Lucky he didn't collide with that bar.
Yeah.
Right back behind the plate. 0-1 delivery. We'll put that in our notebook, see what that looks like tomorrow down there.
Right? Yeah.
Usually
might take it off right now.
Right now.
Oh my.
He is. He's going to have that taken off.
Bat boys go, what? What's he talking about?
1 ball, 1 strike count. That's going to be a base hit into left field. So there is the first hit for the Reds in the ball game. 4 1/3 without allowing one by Gonzalez. Ludwig finds one up that he can put into left field and picks up a 1-out single.
We'll take a look at the breaking ball. It's a curve ball. He's staying up, sees it pretty well. The outside corner, but you get a good look at the breaking ball, able to adjust and get the bat head to it there to pick up that single. But a nice little stretch right there from Miguel. First hit he's given up in the ball game.
Runner on at first base. Showing bunt right there, and will take the pitch, and it is in there for a strike. Reds trailing by a score of 4-0. As we saw last night, though, that can change in a hurry. That grand slam home run revised the entire ball game that the Orioles had dominated till that late inning shot by Bruce brought them to within 1. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Came in the 8th inning last night.
Schumacher, another one of those players that has spent time on the disabled list for the Reds. Didn't start the season with the team, was on the disabled list with a dislocated shoulder, and then spent some time when he got back on the disabled list with the concussion. So he's been banged up.
Reinstated on May 3rd. Boy, such a convoluted roster for Cincinnati this season, and lots of different lineups. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Infield, double play depth. Tapper hitting. He's out. He was out of the batter's box, and he knew it. Put out will go to the catcher. Runner's got to go back to first with 2 down.
Well, Caleb made the call right out of the gate, and then I think even Schumacher knew as soon as it hit him. Take a look, the little chopper, he's out of the box, catches it with the left hand. Caleb Joseph pointing right away. Mike Estabrook saw it as well.
Caleb wanted that put out.
Yeah.
He just wanted the out.
Yeah.
So 2 down. Ludwig stays on at first base. The ground at the plate, struck out his first time up. And he'll go to short hop, force at second, scope there, and that's the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Tremendous performance by Gonzalez so far. Orioles up 4-0. This is Caleb Joseph on the on-deck circle, sliding, somehow not getting hurt, at least that we know of. And then Buck Showalter here between innings. There goes the Orioles on-deck circle. And the on-deck circle on the other side is gone as well.
Yeah, well, obviously Buck Showalter very concerned about the health, not only his own players, but the opposing team's players. They have been a risk. Players slipping on those. We saw Caleb Joseph. He wears the rubber spikes, and of course it's a plastic surface there in the on-deck circle, very slippery, and the moisture gets on it.
Oh, bottom half of the 5th inning, and here is Caleb to lead it off. Flied out center field his first time up. We were checking on Axelrod's numbers in the minors where he pitched most of this year. He only gave up 12 home runs in the minors in 130 plus innings. He has given up 3 home runs in 4 innings in this ball game. In the air, off the end of the bat, Hamilton. He's got it. Well, let's take a look at our Major League Notebook. Pennant chasing, away we go. We'll have more for you later, but for now, the Mariners today defeated the A's 2-1. King Felix, another great performance. 3 hits, 8 innings pitched. He bested Lester. A's 5 games behind of the Angels. American League West, 13-19 record since August 1. Unbelievable. The Cardinals beat the Pirates today as Peter Borges with a game-winning single in the 9th inning. The Cardinals are turning it on. They are starting to rock and roll. 3-game sweep of the Pirates. They lead Milwaukee by 2.5 in the National League Central and did real damage to the Pirates' hopes of catching them in the division. Just foul by Jonathan Scope.
Well, tough out there in the American League West. Seattle still fighting for that wild card spot as well. But the A's, they have been scuffling since making all those deals. I think they were looking forward or ahead to the postseason prematurely. Well, they broke up a lot of the chemistry of that ball club.
Legrand's got it. Throw made. Scope retired, and there are 2 down.
Let's take a look at the PNC minor league report brought to you by PNC Bank. For the achiever in you, well, it's Christian Walker again. He's named the 2014 second team minor league all-star selection by Baseball America this season. Look at the numbers: 139 games, 288 batting average, 26 home runs, 96 RBI. He split the time between Bowie and Norfolk, and he is certainly the front runner for the Orioles minor league player of the year. I think we've talked about him and heard his name mentioned. Buck Showalter said, yeah, he can hit. He's proved himself in AA and AAA, but he's more impressed with the improvements he's made defensively. He was a below average defender at first base, a lot of hard work, and now they say above average there. So look for Christian Walker down the road.
Manager in the DH. For Buck, that's the only problem, having Adam DH. He's in the dugout for the entire game. Just kidding. Nick Markakis 2 down, and the pitch down low, and a 2-ball 1-strike count. Nick has grounded out and flied out in the ball game. Nick is tied right now for the Oriole lead in multi-hit games. Both he and Adam Jones have 48 coming into today's play. They are tied for 5th in the American League in multi-hit ball games. Altuve with 57 is on top.
Take a look at the Jeep inside. The numbers have it. Highest average in interleague games. Skip Schumacher, of course, with the Reds at 355. But there's Nick Markakis, 337. He has a great approach, obviously, that works in both leagues. Incredible interleague numbers there.
And the off-speed delivery will miss. Nick is 5th all time and 2nd among active with that career interleague number. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Markakis, 2 down, nobody on, 5th inning. Orioles with the home runs leading it by a score of 4-0. They've had a 3-homer ball game. That's going to go to third. Gron's got it, makes the play, and that will retire the side. Clean inning for Axelrod. The Orioles this year, 21st game where they've had 3 or more home runs. Previous 20-0.
(52-11) when they score first. Well, Jonathan Scope, solo shot back-to-back nights. That's the Orioles on the board. Then Markakis flashed in the left to Rob Frazier. And here come the Orioles offense. David Lowe gets it going with a solo shot in the 4th. Nelson Cruz picks up a double, and here comes the crusher. Chris Davis takes a first pitch fastball the other way. The Orioles offense explode. Dylan Axelrod, 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 of those home runs. Miguel Gonzalez pitching a great game, just 1 hit given up to this point. Remember, Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Santiago leading it off as we go to the 6th inning. He drew the walk, became the first base runner.
Adam Jones still in Buck's ear.
Tell him, get out of the way, I can't see the field. And that one is fouled away. Adam nonstop.
You know what they're talking about? They're talking about the foul ball that went in the catcher's glove that
Yes.
knocked his glove
He's still talking
off
about
his
it.
hand.
And you know Adam was back looking at the video.
Yeah.
As to whether or not that should have been an out. He was struck out on it. There's a chopper hit right in front of the plate. Hardy's got it. And he's got the out. Take a look at our Antwerpen quote of the day. It comes from Matthew Leach on the Orioles' rise this season from Sports on Earth. 2 years ago, the Orioles got some heat for winning with smoke and mirrors. This time around, they're just good, and it's going to be quite a celebration when and if they finish off the division title. Brought to you by Antwerpen. Visit the new Route 32 Clarksville facility all month. They'll beat any competing offer on your trade-in. Hurry in today.
Well, that really was a special season, but I don't know that they did it with smoke and mirrors. 93 wins that year. Of course, they did win all those extra inning ball games, a lot of close one-run ball games. But they backed it up the next year. They didn't make it to the postseason, but they had 85 wins that season. And, you know, a lot of these players, they lived through the past 2 seasons. This is a winning team that knows how to compete. Well, a lot of things coming together for them this season.
Billy Hamilton, the leadoff batter, is struck out and grounded out. Couple of hits, 6 at bats in this series. Buck Showalter's ball club after their 81st win of the season, if they can get it here. They have very much evened up their work offensively on the home road front. Only a 1-game difference. They've scored 313 runs on the road, and if you include the 4 they've put up here, 287 at home. So really not much difference at all in the runs produced home and road. ERA has been a little better at home, 3.4 at home, 3.8 on the road. And they've hit a lot of home runs on the road. 88 home runs on the road, now 94 here at home. Here's the 2-2 delivery on the way, and a swing and a miss and a wild caught on a pitch up and out. 5 strikeouts.
A nice live fastball riding through the top of the zone here. Take a look at that life on the end. And good movement. Hamilton trying to keep the at bat alive. Take a look at Miguel's pitch efficiency. Unbelievable numbers there. Just 62 pitches thrown. And talk about when a pitcher is on their game, they're able to command with all their pitches. Hitters start to swing early in counts.
Like that?
Early outs.
Fraser puts a towering shot in the air to center. Lowe's coming in all the way in, and he'll put it away in another 1-2-3 innings. This has to be the most efficient performance through 6 that Miguel Gonzalez has had this season. On 2015 full or partial season plans, including the convenient and affordable 13-game plan, you'll be guaranteed an opportunity to buy 2014 postseason tickets. Don't miss out. Details Orioles.com/postseason. Barry Thorne, Mike Bordick with you. We look at the American League East standings updated to the games that have been played today. The Yankees playing tonight against Boston.
And Baltimore starting to pull away a little bit. Big victory in last night's ball game. The Yankees lose 9.5. Toronto fading at 10. Tampa and Boston on the bottom.
Last time the Orioles were up 10 games in the division was September of 1979. They are 9.5 up now. And the pitch is a strike. Called by the home plate umpire Mike Esterbrook, who said Lowe tried to lay that ball down. Lowe doesn't agree.
David Lowe doesn't like that call at all. Going up there. I'm shocked for the strike. Strike call. No, he didn't offer at it. His body leaned forward. He wanted to get out of the box, but he never made an attempt to bunt the baseball.
Home run his last time up, picking up his third of the season. Orioles have homers from Scope, Lowe, solo shots, 2 RBI homer Chris Davis. Once again, a ball game in which all the runs have come off the long ball. Again, he shows bunt. This time he got it. Going to take a tough play. Barehanded at first. Frazier, good play both ends. Axelrod and Frazier combined to get a tough out. Great bunt.
It was a great bunt. Great defensive play. Frazier bare hands the ball on the end. Bare hands all the way around. Nice job by Axelrod. The bare hand is underhand flip. Frazier squares it up as well. Good attempt by David Lowe. Good defense.
Cincinnati is the #1 defense in the National League. They've committed only 61 errors. Orioles second in the American League with 67. Frazier, in that situation, he actually got to the ball sooner by barehanding it, didn't he? The glove would have been back further and on the other side.
Could have had to transfer. It would have been very tough from the right-hander to reach down with the glove and actually make a glove flip.
Yep.
So good play there.
Adam Jones has struck out twice. Designated hitter for the Orioles in the ball game. 0-1 delivery to him. Fouls straight back into the screen. Axelrod hasn't walked anybody. Has struck out 4, but given up the 4 runs, 4 hits on 3 homers. Gonzalez has walked 1, struck out 5. The only hit against him, a single in the 5th inning. Ludwig, clean hit. The only other base runner that walk, Miguel Gonzalez. And you saw him part about being the team. Lowe trying to get on, lead off, get another run. He got the pat from Gonzalez going back through the dugout.
Yeah.
And a pitcher who's in the ball game that much, not just thinking about what he's doing, but watching what his teammates are doing and giving a guy a pat on the back, even though he recorded an out for David Lowe's attempt to get on and try and manufacture another run.
Right. I mean, it really is a good team. They talk about the chemistry all season long. Everybody trying to pick each other up. Talk about the bullpen and the relationship down there. But when you come into the clubhouse, it's always the same. You know, the guys have the same type of attitude, and they joke around.
Jones rips that one in the air, and that'll be a base hit. Schumacher thought about coming after it, decided against it, so a 1-out single for Adam here in the 6th. For every Orioles walk, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield contributes $50 to Be More for Healthy Babies. 331 walks, $16,550. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. I guess I'm old-fashioned in that regard. One of the things that drives me crazy in sports as a fan, and I see it in football all the time, and less so in the NBA, I guess, warm-up action, Hoover in the bullpen, players who score touchdowns and run around completely ignoring their teammates, or guys who score in a 2-yard plunge, or the guys up front have opened a hole big enough for a Mack truck, and the guys running around towards the seats or something. It's as though there's nobody else on the field. It drives me crazy. I mean, if I was a teammate, I'd clock the guy in the end zone. You scored a touchdown, I just opened the hole, and you don't even turn around to say, you know, nice job. That's why that kind of stuff matters, I think, in sports and building a team where guys are recognizing one another for what they do. The old Vince Lombardi term, act like you've been there before.
There you go. That's exactly right.
And they do. Okay, rant one.
I like it in soccer when a goal is scored and then they chase the guy around the square.
Yeah, that's the way it ought to be. That's exactly right. Of course, you only get one of those every 5,000 minutes. I was looking for our leading soccer fan behind me to make sure he wasn't going to hit me after I said Lee, 2 down. And the delivery will be taken down low for a ball. Chris Davis picking up the home run, his 25th in the 4th inning after Cruz had doubled ahead of him. Now with 2 down, Jones on at first base. Shift on. Adam, pretty good lead. Pitch on the way, stays away.
Take a look at the home run here. The fastball down in the zone. Chris Davis getting the bat head to it. Taking it deep the other way. Axelrod. How the heck did he hit that ball that far? The other way. Well, Chris Davis, strong like bull. 155 career home runs. 431 RBI. Another strong, productive season.
Could get one to hit here. 2-0 delivery on the way. Nope, stayed away and low. So the count goes to 3-0 as Axelrod's being very careful. And Davis at the plate. Just his 3rd start with the ball club. 8-13 record in his career. Pitching with the White Sox. Now the Reds. Here's the 3-0. Green light. Chopper into the shift. Phillips is there. Makes the play to Frazier. And records the out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. And a great congratulatory from Gonzalez to Lowe. Orioles trying to win yet another series here on this summer night in Baltimore with the 4-0 lead over the Reds. 4-5-0. The Orioles 0-1-0 with 5th inning single by Ludwig. The only hit picked up by the Reds off Gonzalez so far. There are the home run producers here in this ball game with Davis and Lowe and Jonathan Scope. 2 solos and the Davis 2 RBI homer. And the Orioles 5 hits total in the game. We go to the 7th inning. Gonzalez 63 pitches thrown through 6. Brandon Phillips takes the pitch up high for a ball. So for Gonzalez tonight, 15 out of 21 first pitch strikes. That really matters to him. He is one of those pitchers who's by the book. First strike, hitters 225, ball 1, hitters 275. 1-0 delivery on the way and a swing and a miss. Got him to chase one at 85 that was tailing down.
Well, that's a nice way to do it. If you fall behind, throw a quality slider down and away. Beautiful pitch. Nice call by Caleb Joseph.
1 ball, 1 strike count. Phillips, Mesoraco and Bruce are due up. 1-1 delivery on the way. Chops that one foul. Plays it himself. Throws to first and he's out. Oh no. Pretty good fielder.
Pretty impressive.
1 and 2.
Full swing. Make the play yourself.
Think he has any pine tar in his helmet? A lot of hitters, another superstition, they won't let their helmets be cleaned off during the season. That one fouled away. Craig Biggio was the worst of that. And it's time for all fans to tweet their photo using hashtag #MASSNFanPhotos for a chance to have it shown in a future broadcast brought to you by AT&T. Biggio would have a black helmet no matter what the team colors were
Right.
by the time the season was done, right?
Just load it up.
Oh, load it up. He would not let anybody clean that off in the course of the year. Here's the 1-2 delivery, and that ball is popped up. Shallow right. Scope wants it. Phillips retired, one away, 7th inning. Well, you got one more fireworks night for this season. It's set for Friday, September 19. Red Sox are going to be here. Gather up family, friends. Final home weekend of the 60th anniversary season. Every game matters, and tickets are going fast, so get yours now. Orioles.com or 888-848-BIRD. That's going to be the final fireworks Friday, September 19. Check swing foul ball. How about if that was the date the Orioles clinched?
Wow.
Huh?
What a party.
Never know. Contreras in the bullpen. Zaracco has been called out on strikes and flied out. Infield shifted around, and a swing and a miss.
Now Miguel locked him up on a fastball away for that first strikeout, but he just missed a long ball in his last at bat, a deep fly ball to left field. Of course, 20 home runs, so and execute your pitches and take a look at the pitch track. And there Gonzalez is painting a couple of pitches on the outside corner.
0-2 delivery, and then came back in and up and got the cut and the 6th strikeout.
Well, this is the exploding fastball trick here. Caleb Joseph wants it down and away, but look at this fastball take off up and in. You know, it's a 4-seam fastball, but he gets amazing life on that. A lot of run action at the end, and it rides to the top and out of the zone.
We're looking at a well-oiled machine right now in this game.
Yeah.
Gonzalez with 2 down here in the 7th inning. Shift on the other way against Bruce. Pitch is taken for a strike. Here at Camden Yards for Miguel this season, he's gone 3-3 in 10 starts. He's now had 29 career starts here at Camden Yards, 13-7 in those games. Here's the 0-1 delivery, and the pitch will be taken up high. He has given up 3 hits in a ball game twice this year. His 3rd start against Tampa Bay, that was in 5 innings, and then against the Angels when he went 7 2/3. Low hit games this year, 3 hits. Fouled off the other way. He's given up 1 in this one so far.
He's coming off a really good start. His last start, 7 strong innings. He gave up 4 hits in that one, but good command, 6 strikeouts. You see his last 3 starts, just a 1.86 earned run average.
Bird is happy. 1-2 delivery on the way, and he gets him. 7 strikeouts, 2 in the inning. That's 8 in a row. He's retired. 7th inning stretch time with the Orioles up 5-4. brought to you by PNC Bank, for the achiever in you, and by AT&T, mobilizing your world. Orioles with a lead in this one. They have chased the starter up 4-0. 4 runs, 5 hits off Axelrod.
You take a look at Dylan Axelrod's numbers today. His pitch arsenal: 43% fastballs, 42% breaking balls, and 15% changeups. Now, once again, the changeup number up a little bit. He had to go to more off-speed pitches against this Orioles lineup, but they tagged him anyway. 3 home runs, 4 earned runs. So he's out of the ballgame after 6 innings pitched. It's time for the M&T Bank call to the bullpen, brought to you by M&T Bank. When Baltimore succeeds, we all succeed. Contreras now in the ballgame. Making his 3rd stint, just called up here at the beginning of September. Take a look at his numbers on the year. The fastball 77% of the time, breaking ball 13% of the changeup 10% of the time. 13 games this season, and his 3 opportunities to pitch with the Reds, a 6.11 earned run average, 18 strikeouts in 17 2/3 innings work. Opponent's hitting .246, lefties down to .194. And righties up to .303. You see his last appearance, August 20th, against the Cardinals, 2/3 of an inning, gave up a couple earned runs.
So Contreras here in the bottom of the 7th inning will deliver a pitch down low. Here's J.J. Hardy. He is struck out and grounded out in the ball game. Contreras, interesting. He's never pitched at AAA. But as Mike said, 3rd time with the Reds. He was supposed to pitch last month rather, at AAA, but he got injured. And a right shoulder problem kept him out for the entire month, and by then it was time to come up here. So here he is with no AAA experience. 1-1 delivery on the way. Fastball rides inside. He's only 23 years old. He was their number 7 prospect in their system, ranked by Baseball America before the season started. 23 years old, one of 10 call-ups this week. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Hardy will take the pitch. It will miss. 92-mile-an-hour fastball, and falls behind 3-1. Contreras made his major league debut in that first promotion in June against Toronto. 3-1 delivery. Foul back into the seats, and a full count.
J.J. Hardy gets himself into a good hitter's count, but Contreras makes a good fastball in the outside corner. Healthy cut there. They want to do some damage.
3-2. Orioles leadoff batter for the inning, trying to get it started here, and he will. Contreras delivers the walk. First walk the Orioles have picked up in the ball game. Hope you'll join us tomorrow. These 2 teams will wrap up the series in this 3-game set. Chris Tillman will be on the mound against Mike Leake. Our coverage on Masson, 6:30 O's Extra, presented by Geico. Game coverage at 7. All the access you need right here on Masson. 2 managers, clubs in different directions. The Reds struggling and the Orioles on a roll. And the pitch taken inside. Kelly Johnson getting the start at 3rd for the Orioles, is lined out and grounded out. Hardy, the short lead at first base. Only been 2 walks in the ball game. Gonzalez walked 1. That was the first base runner, 3rd inning. Axelrod didn't walk anybody. Contreras walks the first batter he faces. 2-0 count to Kelly Johnson. And the pitch to him is going to miss away. So Contreras falls behind 3-0.
Contreras being a little too fine right here. Take a look at the Nissan pitch track. Everything carefully off the edges, missing, and finds himself falling behind again. Maybe a couple of those balls that landed up in the Reds bullpen scared him out of the zone.
The 2 walks in a row here, and the bullpen will be activated, and they'll draw a little time with a meeting of the mound. On Saturday, September 20, the Orioles are going to host the Longevity Foundation's Breathe Deep Baltimore. It's a 5K walk to raise funds and awareness for lung cancer in memory of the Orioles' late public relations director, Monica Barlow. The walk will begin at 9 a.m. with the finish line on the field here at the Yard. To register or get more information, visit theorioles.com/longevity. Coming up, September 20th. Contreras, the visit. Jeff Pico, the pitching coach, trying to settle him down. 20,246, 20,246 the announced attendance for the ball game. Hoover up again in the bullpen. Joseph has flied out to center field twice.
Here in this situation, Contreras falling behind. Look for him to try to get ahead.
And the pitch will be taken away.
That's what you do when you come up in these situations as a hitter. You just isolate on one spot, your pitch. Right now, probably a fastball. He's trying to throw a strike with it.
Struggling with the strike zone. And really struggling on that one. Mesoraco had to go out. The Orioles, despite the fact they have 4 runs on the board, just 1 for 1 with runners in scoring position because they've hit the home runs. In fact, it was Davis's home run in the 4th. That's that one hit. The other shots solo. Jonathan Scope and Lowe. 2-0 count, 2 on. Nobody out. Contreras with a 2-0 delivery, and that's way outside. So he can't buy a strike. And the 23-year-old, not long for this bump on the field.
Frustrating for the defense as well. You lose your edge in the field, all these balls.
3-0 delivery on the way, and that will be taken for a strike. Joseph with that 209 number with runners in scoring position. Watch this one.
Take a look at the height of the pitch. It is borderline.
Foul back and out of play. So Contreras comes back on the Oriole catcher and gets the 3-ball 2-strike count. Orioles remain 3rd in the American League with runners in scoring position as a team, hitting at .271. They've been right there virtually the entire year. Tigers are number 1. Kansas City at .272, just a point ahead of the Orioles in second place. 3-2 count. Runners off first and second. In the air, center field. Hamilton tagging at second base is Hardy. He'll move. Throw's going to come to second. Johnson is in. They both move up.
Something the Orioles have done so well this season. Seen the double tag a number of times. Nice read by both Hardy and Johnson. One out. Both of them find themselves in scoring position.
And a congratulatory pat on the back from his teammates for getting him moved up on the fly ball to center. So now the Orioles another chance, and Jonathan Scope will get it. Hardy at third. Johnson at second. Scope, the home run, his 14th, came in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Hitting .253 with runners in scoring position and 4 home runs in these situations. Infield is in. Scope will foul it away.
Nice aggressive cut there from Jonathan Scope. The infield drawn in. Opportunities here. See how tight the infield is. They need to cut down the run.
There you see the infield positioning. Jonathan's home run was unofficially measured at 446 feet. It would be the longest in this ballpark this year. This came in the 3rd inning.
Take a look. Now last night, a home run found the Reds bullpen. We're here. Wow. That is a deep shot. No reaction in the Reds bullpen, but Axelrod, he was impressed with the distance.
1 ball, 1 strike count. Infield stays in. Breaking ball and a good one in there for a strike. The count goes to 1-2.
Buckled Jonathan a little bit.
pretty good looking breaking ball if he can throw that consistently for a strike. Only one out here. Hardy, not a big lead at third. And Ron's playing fairly close to the bag because he's in. And that one will be taken outside. So Contreras with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. That's the home run ball. Jonathan Schoop in the Cincinnati bullpen. He hit in the third. Nobody will pick it up, and they've covered it with a towel. 2-2 count. Hit here. A couple of RBIs. 2-2 delivery on the way, and a roller foul outside of third.
Nice job of keeping the bat alive right there. A real good slider down in the zone. Do what you can to fight. Jonathan Schoop doing it right there.
Buck Showalter, interesting today in the press conference, was asked about Jonathan Schoop. What's he going to be? What's he going to look like when it all comes to fruition? Buck said, I don't know. He said, I'm not even going to worry about it. He is what he is. We like what he is. But I really don't know what the final product is going to be. That's a fair ball. That's 2 more RBIs. Schoop's on his way to second base. He'll go in with a double. And he's got a 3 RBI ball game and 2 for 3 in it. 6-0 Orioles.
A nice at bat by Jonathan Schoop. A couple of the walks hurting Contreras. Both of them crossing the plate. And Jonathan Schoop not only hitting the long ball, but 18th double of the season. See the cut fastball staying on the inner third. He gets to the bat head to the ball quickly. Not a lot of movement there from Schoop. A good swing.
So Schoop continues to add to what he is. And the Orioles have a 6-0 lead. Contreras will be coming out of the ball game. More bullpen from the Reds. The game, enjoying the ballpark here at Camden Yards, and really enjoying this one. Now the Orioles, Jonathan Schoop, 3 RBIs, tying a career high. 4th time he has had a 3 RBI ball game, and that chases the first reliever, Contreras.
And J.J. Hoover now going to take his shot at this Orioles offense. Hoover just called back up. He made the team, or was on the team, with the team, excuse me, in spring training, but boy, did he get off to a miserable start. Sent back down to the minor leagues. You see his numbers on the year: 10 losses, earned run average up over 5, opponents hitting 245, lefties up to 347. But good job against the righties. He inherited runners stranded 12 of 20, 60%. So he's given up his share. His last appearance through an inning against the Cardinals. Give up a hit, a couple strikeouts.
David Holmberg up in the bullpen. They'll keep it active. Hoover, 27-year-old, will deliver with a runner at second base and a strike to Nick Markakis. Markakis 0 for 3 in the ball game, right now at 280. Hoover went 5-5 in 69 appearances last year at a real good 2.86 ERA with the Reds last year. But as Mike said, boy, that came apart on him this season. Had to wait on that. It'll go to the shortstop. Santiago will make the play. Jonathan Scope will move over to third base. There are 2 down. 2 away, 7th inning. Orioles up 6-0. And David Lowe, one of the home run hitters, his third came in the 4th inning, 1 for 3 in the ball game. 2 down runner at third, so the infield can back up.
And David Lowe, not a lot of playing time for the Orioles lately, but continues to work on his swing and actually has hit the ball much better the last couple months in his opportunities. Nice night tonight, a home run.
Jim Presley, Oriole hitting coach, with a lot of hitters to take care of every day now with the Oriole call-ups. Not a lot of chances for Lowe in the homestand. Came in with a 3 for 5 and has added a 1 for 3 so far in this game. And the pitch is taken for a strike. Count goes to 0-2. Hoover just trying to figure out what's going on, and for the Reds, same thing. Who is he? Guy we had last year, or the one who's struggled through this year? Foul back. Those losses he suffered, the 10 losses, that's tied for the most in the history of the Reds for a reliever in a single season. Boy, that had to be just so demoralizing. Right? Wow. 0-2 count, runner off third. Delivery on the way. Lowe will take it. It will miss inside. Count will go to 1-2. This bullpen for the Reds has been a very big problem this season. They have the 2nd highest earned run average in the National League for a bullpen. They've given up the most walks per 9 inning for a bullpen. 1-2 delivery low and a check swing. Protect me. Fouls it back.
That ball just took off up and in. Oh, excuse me there. Hooper's showing some good pitches. I mean, good life on his fastball. 92, 93 miles an hour. And that slider down in the zone, but you see the pitch track there. Really all over the place. A lot of his pitches.
1-2 delivery by Hoover, off speed breaking ball is going to be fouled away. That one at 75. Hoover came over from the Braves in a deal in 2012. He never pitched for Atlanta at the major league level. Originally a 10th round pick with the Braves back in 08. 1-2. Jonathan Scope, big lead at third. Lowe will take it. It'll miss. And the count even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And David Lowe putting together a quality at bat here. One of the hardest things when you don't get the repetitions, to hit is just keeping that quality, the rhythm and the timing up there. But if there's ever an opportunity for David Lowe or some of the other extras to get some extra batting practice, he's always out there. He was out there early today with Jim Presley working on his swing. Seeing the ball well, working the count here.
Hoover, a look over to third. Here's the 2-2. Lowe again will foul it back. So the count remains. Orioles have really worked Contreras and Hoover. The two of them have thrown almost as many pitches as Gonzalez has thrown in the ball game in the Orioles starter.
The pitch track, trying everything on David Lowe, fouling off some tough fastballs.
Another one. Not uncommon for Lowe to do this. This is the kind of at bat he can give you. Eleventh pitch of the at bat coming up. Two-two delivery on the way. Lowe at a wait on it. Bruce in right. And he's got it. Lowe is retired. The Orioles, though, will add a couple of runs. Jonathan Scope with a 2 RBI double, and after 7, 6-0 Orioles. Time brought to you by Miller Lite.
Well, Caleb Joseph, he's chasing the foul ball and takes him over by the stands, but whoa, feet go out from under him. Now you see him, now you don't. Down into the camera well. Very dangerous play. The rubber spikes slipping in the on-deck circle mat. Buck Showalter doesn't want to see those anymore. Very dangerous for both sides. The Bat Boys come out, grounds crew, get him off the field.
You won't see those again. Those may be up for auction shortly.
You're right.
Ryan Flaherty comes in to play at third base. Kelly Johnson coming out. Ryan Ludwig will stand in. Gonzalez, 8th inning. The only hit picked up by the Reds. Ryan Ludwig got it. 5th inning. Clean single. But that's the only one he's given up.
A pretty nice line from Miguel Gonzalez. 7 strong innings, 7 strikeouts.
He's retired 8 in a row. 1 ball, 1 strike count, and looks as rested and smooth in his delivery as he did at the start.
Yeah, unbelievable efficiency. Just the 77 pitches thrown to this point, not even breaking a sweat.
One ball, 1 strike delivery on the way. A little number to Davis, who's the only one over there, and an error. Yeah.
Might have been a little spinner off the end of the bat, the slider, and then hits the dirt and takes off. Take a look at this last hop. Boy, it comes up hard, catches him in the mid forearm there. The ball gets a lot of action when it comes off the end of the bat, spinning so much.
We call those kalinkadinks officially in the rule book. You can look it up. That's what they are. There's one kalinkadink. First one in the ball game. And another base hit. Schumacher got it. Bobbled by Markakis, but the runner will stop at second base. So the first 2 on here in the 8th inning. An error and a single. And our Major League Notebook, we promised to update you some more pennant chasing news. The Nationals beat the Dodgers. What a game. 8-5, 14 innings. Cabrera with the game-winning home run in the 14th. Washington's won 15-21, and they win that game after 2 blown saves by the Nationals with 2 down. Rockies beat the Giants 9-2. Yikes. Vogelsong for San Francisco, 8 runs, 5 innings pitched. 2 games behind the Dodgers in the West. The Braves beat the Phillies 7-4. The Atlanta Braves 7 games behind Washington now in the National League East. Races are underway. Here is Jack Hanahan pinch hitting. So Hanahan with runners on at first and second, and this is the inning last night where the Reds made their run on the Bruce grand slam home run, made it a 5-4 ball game with 1 swing of the bat. Orioles lead here 6-0, 2 on, nobody out. Hanahan will take it, and it is in there for a strike. Elmore waiting on deck. Jake Elmore. Nothing to do with the Blues Brothers, by the way, that we know of. Infield set, a double play death. One ball, 1 strike count. Gonzalez wanting that double play ground ball right here. And the pitch will be taken up high. Count goes to 2-1.
Still moving that fastball around. Certainly working up in the zone decreases the likelihood of that ground ball. So Miguel and Caleb will stay down at the bottom.
2-1. Runners off first and second. And a swing and a miss. Challenged him with that one. 91 and got it by him.
He's been really good locating that fastball throughout this whole game. A couple good fastballs right on the outside corner. See that late movement on the edge. Still holding the good velocity.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Hanahan trying to get the Reds on the board. 2-2 delivery on the way. In the air, left center, low, runners halfway. They'll stay. 1 away.
A good split finger right there from Miguel. He's only thrown a handful of them in this ball game. Got a couple strikeouts with the split finger there. Excellent job keeping it down and away. A weak pop up to get the first out.
So Jake Elmore will come on and get an opportunity. Another one of the call-ups made for September. He played the season at AAA. Hit .281. Runners on at first and second base. One down. And the pitch will be taken for a strike. Bourgeois waiting on deck. Cincinnati doing some bench clearing with the call-ups that they have had. Oh, 1 delivery on the way to Elmore, and that will be taken for a strike.
Another good one. Painted away. See the pitch track. Both fastballs. Catching the box.
Elmore inside out foul. Elmore's played in the majors before. He played for the Diamondbacks in 2012 and the Astros 2013. He was picked up off waivers from the A's by Cincinnati. He's played all 9 positions at the big leagues.
Mr. Versatile.
Can't get any more unless you manage.
Yeah, you do whatever you can, right?
0-2 the count. And that'll be taken up high. So with the ball game at 6-0, Ryan Price, the Cincinnati manager, I mean, not waving the white flag, but has decided to get everybody in there. With the regulars coming out here in the 8th inning. 1 ball, 2 strike count, 2 on. Elmore waiting on it. Check swing.
A lot of these players for the Reds are going to get plenty of opportunities as this month rolls on. Show what they have. We open the manager's eyes for an extra opportunity in spring training,
especially against teams out of the division. It's what Showalter talks about when you're playing teams. You're out of it, the other team's in it. You've got to keep your starters in. You got to try and win for the integrity of the game. He got him. 8 strikeouts for Gonzalez, and after the first 2 got on, he's retired the next 2.
A steady dose of fastballs up in the zone here. The beautiful slider down and away. It presents itself as a fastball, throws it hard, and then the late finish, biting down and off the plate.
Bourgeois coming up for Hamilton in the leadoff spot. Bourgeois with 2 on and 2 down. There is Hamilton. His streak ended at 6. He had an 0 for 3 in the ball game. 8 strikeouts, new season high for Miguel Gonzalez. 1 shy of his career high of 9, which he's done twice before. Bourgeois will take the pitch, and that will miss down low for a ball. 2 away. 32-year-old Bourgeois has been around. AAA ball. Was named Louisville's MVP this year. Pitch will be taken outside. Hit .278, 4 home runs, 42 RBIs this season for the AAA ball club. Gonzalez trying to get out of the inning. 2-0. That will be fouled away. They have helped him a little bit on that one. Miguel will take it. Toughest inning he's had in the ball game. He had retired 8 in a row before the error opening up this inning, putting the first runner on. Schumacher delivered the single. He's at first, and Gonzalez trying to leave him right there.
Well, Miguel's done a nice job throughout this ballgame of getting ahead, but when he does fall behind, he's made some quality pitches. They're 2-0, painting a fastball.
Hardy off his glove, can't get it, and the runner will stop at third, and the bases are loaded. Cruz will get it back in. That'll be a base hit for Bourgeois, and Ludwig thought he might turn and come in here, but that run really unimportant, so rather than risk the out, bases are going to be loaded.
See the effort by Hardy. JJ's made some nice plays to that backhand side. Here the line drive, just enough movement on the end, tips off the glove. The bases loaded.
Brock just starting to throw in the Orioles bullpen. Now this is a situation very similar to the 8th inning last night. Last night it was Jay Bruce who came up with the bases loaded to hit the grand slam. There's another home run hitter coming up here. Frazier, even though he's in that 2 spot, has the long ball ability. In fact, Frazier comes in 23 home runs, ranked 6th in the National League in homers.
Yeah, Markakis actually probably robbed one in this ball game. A nice play over the wall in right field.
Nick made that catch in the 4th inning off him. He's 0 for 3. So the base is loaded, 2 down. Gonzalez working to Frazier. And the first pitch will miss away for a ball. Error, Ludwig at third, single, Schumacher at second, single, Bourgeois at first. Frazier waiting, 1-0 delivery to him, ground ball, that'll go into the shift. Going to take the out at first. Hardy gets it there. Gonzalez works his way out of it. No runs, 2 hits, an error, 3 left on. Let the fans tell you how Gonzalez has performed. the Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. With 3 home runs in the ball game and 6 runs on the board, the Orioles have a 6-0 lead. Our Jiffy Lube pitching change. The Orioles can check this pitching change off their to-do list. Time for you to check oil change off yours. Coming to Jiffy Lube, help keep your vehicle running longer.
And David Holmberg coming in, the big lefty. He's been up and down this season with the Reds. And take a look at what he uses this year. That fastball 52% of the time. Breaking ball 15%, but go-to pitch, that changeup at 33% of the time. One of the best numbers for Holberg in his experience at the major league level. With a lofty earned run average, and look at the opponent batting average at .462.
Another youngster, 23 years old. Here's our Mazda do-ups. It'll be Jones, Cruz, and Davis to face Holberg here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Orioles on top 6-0, shutting out the Reds here in game 2. Hanahan stays in the ball game at first. Elmore goes to short. Frazier will play at third base, and Bourgeois comes in to play in center. Barnhart doing the catching. New battery here. Bench getting pretty much cleared here, even with the 10 call-ups.
Using them all.
Adam Jones will foul that one back. Adam with a single, 2 strikeouts. Holmberg made a couple of spot starts for the Reds this year. Made his debut last year with the Diamondbacks at the major league level. Acquired in a 3-way deal that sent Ryan Hannigan to Tampa Bay. 2-1 delivery and another base hit. Take them where they aren't, and that's what he did. 2 for 4 in the ball game. Leadoff single here in the 8th for Adam Jones. Make your deposit now for the 15 full or partial season plans. Major savings on single game tickets. Fans who pay their deposits for 2015 are eligible for 2014 postseason tickets. Earn your priority access now. Go to Orioles.com/postseason. 7-hit ball game for the Orioles. Nelson Cruz a double, a run scored. He has struck out and flied out. Left-hander's delivery. Breaking ball is in there. In the bullpen, Contreras for Cincinnati, a third of an inning, gave up 2 runs, 1 hit, 2 walks. Hoover 2/3 of an inning, zeros across to now Holmberg. Gonzalez, of course, has gone the distance for the Orioles. Cruz will take it, and that one's going to miss.
Let's look at his changeup. Of course, Adam Jones hit that nasty changeup down and away, taking it to right field. Look at Miguel Gonzalez. Quite a performance throughout the ball game, and then pitching himself out of a bases loaded jam.
1-1 delivery, way inside, gets away. Jones will move down. That'll be a pass ball. Charge to Barnhart. And a swing and a miss, tailed that one away.
That's a good changeup. Nelson Cruz shaking his head a little bit. And able to keep it down in the zone. A little fade on the end. Take a look at the pitch track. Second and the 4th pitch there. The last pitch, changeups. Well located, down and away.
2 ball, 2 strike delivery, nobody out. And that one way inside. And the count will go to 3-2. Holmberg only appeared in 1 game with the Diamondbacks last year. Only worked 3 2/3 innings coming into this year. That was his total major league experience. 3 ball, 2-strike count. Cruz will let it go, and he's on. Now, we've talked about the Orioles, how well they have performed, obviously, overall on the year, but here at home, take a look at the best winning percentage in August in Orioles history.
Yeah, pretty impressive. 12 wins, just the 3 losses at an .800 win percentage. And look at the great teams. Of course, that 1970 team, World Series 11-3 at home, and 14-4 in 1960 and 73, 13-4. So great company for this club. Quentin Berry on the pinch run for Nelson Cruz at first base.
So runners on at first and second. And Davis another shot for an RBI or more. He had the 2-run homer in the 4th inning. His 25th of the year. 3 home runs were hit off the starter, Axelrod, the pitcher of record for Cincinnati. The Orioles get 2 on here, nobody out, 8th inning. Sweeping breaking ball. Barnhart has to go out and haul that one in.
Pretty nice pickup right there. That one ended up in the right-handed batter's box. Back side of it. The athletic play.
Chris against the lefties, 190, 196 off right-handers. He's had 8 of his 25 home runs against left-handers this season. 1-1 shift on in the infield. They play a double play depth, though. And the pitch is there for a strike. And the count will go to 1-2.
They played the double play depth. We talked about yesterday. Chris Davis only a couple times this season as he grounded into a double play. Got to respect his power. Move back a little bit. You see Phillips a little deeper at second base, ready to turn the double play. But Chris Davis always hustling down the line.
Got him to chase one that was away. So Holmberg gets the strikeout, first out of the 8th inning.
Big sweeping breaking ball. You see it kind of looks good up there, but look at that finish, breaking well off the plate. Take a look there. It ends up a 1.5 feet off the plate. Looks good out in front of the plate. Late bite on the end.
One down, J.J. Hardy, 2 on. Hardy will take the pitch inside for a ball. Told you the Nationals beat Los Angeles 8-5 in 14 innings today. Both Soriano and Clippard had blown saves with 2 outs, one in the 9th inning and one in the 12th for the Nationals. LaRoche entered the game in the 9th inning, ended up going 2 for 3 with a home run and 5 RBIs for LaRoche in that ball. How about that? They had 51 combined players, 26 for the Nationals, 25 for LA. The game took 5 hours and 34 minutes, the longest game in Nationals history.
My oh my.
Sure glad they got to do it. Here's the 2-0. That'll go to short. Short hop. There's 1 and there's 2. So that will do it here in the inning. Hardy getting into the double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Gonzalez, complete game. Brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find Southwest Airlines fares online only at southwest.com. And by visitannapolis.org. Enter to win an autumn weekend in Annapolis. Go to visitannapolis.org for details. A 6-0 Orioles lead. And for Miguel Gonzalez, what a performance.
It sure has. I mean, he has been on his game. Great command of all of his pitches. Had a great fastball locating it there right on the outside corner. The slider came up big. Occasionally you saw the split finger. They're getting Hamilton on the outside pitch, but fastball riding to the top of the zone. The split finger there. And great command of all of his pitches. Caleb Joseph working him to the max. Unbelievable line here. 8 strong innings, just the 3 hits given up, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts for Gonzalez. Crowd behind him here.
He has never pitched more than 8 innings in his major league career. He is going for his first major league complete game and shutout. In fact, in his minor league career, Miguel had only 1 complete game. It was a shutout recorded in 2007 in Arkansas. That's the only complete game and the only shutout that he's had in his professional career. Brandon Phillips leading it off. The 0-1 delivery on the way. The Reds have been shut out 12 times this season. The Orioles have pitched 9 shutouts. Quentin Berry stays in the ballgame left field after coming on as a pinch runner. So it's all about Miguel Gonzalez. See if he can make a little personal history here in this 9th inning against the Reds. He's given up only 3 hits. Phillips with the 0 for 3 and a check swing fouls it off. And a ball, 2-strike count.
Well, really the whole game he was on cruise control. Gave up the 1 base hit, but the last inning found himself in a jam. There was an error and gave up a couple base hits. And stayed calm and poised and came up with the big pitches when he needed to. The bases were loaded. Came out with a big 0.
And because he's been efficient, that has given him the chance for this complete game. Another one's going to be fouled back. 1 ball, 2-strike count. His career high in pitches thrown is 114.
You see him at 172 strikes, 28 balls.
1-2 delivery on the way. There's a looper, center field. Low coming. He's there. There's 1. Credit Buck Showalter here. I mean, this is the things you do that get all of your players on your side. Miguel Gonzalez, a well-loved player by teammates on this ball club for all he's done for them because of who he is. You can easily pull him after 8, bring a guy in from the pen, clean this thing up, and go home with a win. You don't. You want to give him an opportunity to have something that he's never done before at the major league level, and that's pitch a complete game and maybe a complete game shutout. So you leave him in.
Well,
and you hope.
Yeah, it goes so far with a player's confidence. Obviously, the trust that he can run him back out there in the 9th inning. But if he gets this done, I mean, what a way to get into the month of September leading into the postseason. A huge confidence builder. Miguel's pitched very well. I want to say, potentially say, you know, complete game shutout. And that's something you carry with you all the time, every time you take the mound.
1-1 delivery is fisted the other way. Flaherty charging over, can't quite get there, and over the side of the stands, and the count's at 1-2.
Good effort here by Ryan Flaherty with that wall coming up quick, just out of his reach.
Barnhart getting his first at bat. Came on to do the catching. Only 14th game he's been in. Only 36 at bats. 1 ball, 2-strike count. And that one will miss up high. Evens the count up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just in case. Brian Madison, the bullpen. Two and 2. Nobody's going to give it to you.
No, you certainly have to keep executing. You can't give up one bit. But he still looks locked. Good command there. Fastball away. Good velocity at 92 miles an hour.
Barnhart, one of the call-ups in September, had been up with the Reds previously. 2-2. Another one. It's going to be looped foul. 2-ball, 2-strike count.
Another split finger there, but that one stayed up just a little too long. Able to get the bat head to it and keep the at bat alive down in the zone could potentially cause some trouble. The starters looking on, loving what they're seeing from Gonzalez.
So is the bullpen.
Oh yeah.
2-2 delivery on the way. Cringe on that one. And the count goes full 3-2.
A good slider here. Joseph wanting it inside. It certainly was. Oh, unbelievable he didn't bite on that. A good looking pitch, and then it breaks in off the plate.
So the count at 3-2. Another pop up. Headed to the seats, and that'll be out of play. Well, this inning right now in this ball game is about Gonzalez. We throw this in regarding the Orioles. They are after their 8th consecutive home series win. The last time the Orioles did that was 1984. 8 consecutive home series wins. Joseph going out about what to throw here, and maybe also to give him a little break here. There have been a number of foul balls here in the 9th inning.
Yeah, good job by Caleb recognizing that. He find out what he wants to throw here in this 3-2 count. Now, granted, it's a 6-0 lead, but there's a lot on the line here from Miguel.
3-2 to Barnhart. In the air to right field. Nick Markakis has got it lined up. There's 2.
Good little battle right there. Miguel staying focused, and then the crowd, everybody supporting Miguel.
Now what a moment for Miguel Gonzalez if he can pull this off. Jay Bruce 0 for 3, looking for his first complete game, first shutout major league level. Foul back into the screen. Oh, 1 delivery. Bruce will take it up high.
The Orioles fans have seen what this team has been all about the last couple of months. Great pitching, nice defense, and the long ball. Seen it all.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. 2-ball, 1-strike count. Gonzalez has walked only 1. Came back in the 3rd. He has struck out 8, a season high, 1 shy of his career high. 2 down, 9th inning. 2-1 delivery. Bruce goes after it, fouls it off.
Back-to-back split fingers. After really not showing the split finger that much in the ball game. Here he's thrown 3 to Bruce.
Two delivery on the way, and bada Buddha. Count goes full 3-2.
Caleb Joseph wants it up, and he rides up and in off the plate.
Here's the 3-2 delivery on the way. Ground ball up the middle. That'll be a base hit. So Bruce will continue it as he gets a 2-out single here in the 9th inning. And that will be hit number 4 for the Reds in the ball game. And it will bring up Ryan Ludwig. Ludwig delivered the first base hit for the Reds. It came back in the 5th inning when he picked up a single. Schumacher would single in the 8th. So would Bourgeois. And now this hit, a single by Bruce. Ludwig with a 1 for 3 in the ball game. Not going to hold the runner over at first. Shift on in the infield. Pitch grounded down to third base. Flaherty's got it. He'll go to first. Picked up by Davis, and there it is. First complete game, first shutout for Miguel Gonzalez in his major league career.
Quite an effort right there from Miguel Gonzalez. Caleb Joseph loving it. They worked well together. Nice effort by Miguel. I mean, he has pitched really well. 4 quality starts in a row and just getting better and better. Heating up at the right time.
His battery mate. And the fans applaud him as he leaves. And the Orioles have taken the first 2 against Cincinnati as they shut out the Reds. 6-7-1 for the Orioles. 0-4-0 for the Reds.